So Newcastle United's endeavours to try and get a centre-back in have really taken quite a few turns throughout this transfer window already. But I think it's a main position that Newcastle United now need to look at and now need to address. Obviously not going to happen before the Watford game, but let's have a look and see what they can do maybe in between the Newcastle and Leeds games. Hi everybody, I'm Paul back again. Thought I might do a video for you just to give you an update on the centre-back situation at Newcastle and who we are currently looking at. There's been a lot of names mentioned, but there's a few that are stand out who really Newcastle United are chasing throughout this transfer window. And it has been a little bit frustrating because some of these clubs are putting up walls, shall we say, and are very reluctant to do any sort of business unless the price has been sort of ramped up about 15-20% on the player's original valuation. And that's what Newcastle United as a club are digging their heels in as well and saying, look, we're not going to be pushed all over the place here. We might have the money, but we're not going to be pushed around. And I think that's fantastic from Newcastle United and something that really, although we've got the money, we need to do, because we need to prove to these other clubs that, you know, we're in there to fight for transfers, but we're not going to get pushed around and we're not going to get bullied into paying way over the odds for players who whose valuations have been stacked up more than 20 million more than what they were originally valued at. It's absolute lunacy. So we're not going to do that. But the players that obviously Newcastle United have been in, we'll start with Sven Butman. This guy for me would be a fantastic signing for Newcastle United. He'd be somebody that we can rely on for years to come. Very, very talented defender, very highly thought of, but Lille are digging their heels in massively. Now, when we first inquired about Sven Butman, he was at around 35 million. 35 million was the price tag that they were looking at. Now, it's ramped up to 55. And this is what I was talking about players being ramped up way above the valuation. Now, I'm not saying that in a couple of years, Sven Butman will not be worth 55 million, because he will be. You know, this guy has amazing talent. He's well worth the money originally spent, which is not 55 million. For me, it's around about 40. Now, with Lille, I've said this many times during my live shows as well, I think Lille will eventually crumble to this. Now, whether Newcastle push this all the way to the transfer deadline day, I'm not so sure, but I think they should. Because at the end of the day, what I'm thinking is Lille need the money. They're not going to, they cannot, simply cannot, because of their financial situation, turn an offer from Newcastle United down worth maybe 40 million, because they need the money. Now, I think they'll hold on as long as they can, and then eventually, probably deadline day, turn around and say, right, yes, we'll agree that fee. But 55 million at the minute for Butman, I'm not so sure that's worth it. I think Butman will be a 55 million, 60 million pound player in a few years. Not quite yet for me. Now, the other one is Diego Carlos at Sevilla. This one has snowballed a little bit to the point where we have bid 28 million for Diego Carlos. It has not been rejected. It hasn't been accepted either, but it has not been rejected. Sevilla are seriously looking at this deal. Now, there has been rumours that they also want Almiron as part of this deal. Now, I said last night on my show, go for it. You know, I'm not really fussed if Almiron leaves the club. I think we can do better than Miguel Almiron anyway. I think there's players that are outplaying him in the squad already, quite frankly. So I don't think losing Miggy Almiron will be a big problem to us if we can bring in Diego Carlos. Diego Carlos is the much, much, much better player out of this deal, in my opinion. But I've always said that maybe Miggy's football is suited to somewhere like Spain. So Sevilla could be getting a good buy if Miggy performs for them. But if they want it as part of the deal, snap the hands off. Take it. Pay what you can for Diego Carlos. Again, not over the odds, but if Miggy's involved in the deal, that will lower the original valuation of Diego Carlos, so we won't be paying out as much money anyway. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one, but it's certainly rumbling on. It hasn't been rejected, nor accepted. There's still negotiations going on. So I think that could be a go. The other one is Barashil, and you know what? I'd rather stick with Botman and Carlos, if I'm openly honest. I think we can get them two. Badashil has injury problems at the minute. We know that. He's been out for a while. He's got around 2 or 3 weeks left of injury, so he wouldn't be able to come straight into the side anyway for these crucial games in January. So Badashil for me, maybe put on the back burner. Now, Milenkovic as well has been mentioned a few times at Fiorentina. Yep, a very good player as well. No doubt about that. So we do have centre-backs on the back burners here. From our main 2 that we're going for. So it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be a battle all the way, because I think we can end up with 2 very, very good centre-backs in this transfer window. I really do believe that Butman is probably going to go for the long haul, but Diego Carlos one, that seems to me like a go-ahead one. But again, is Miggy involved in the deal? Is he not? A lot of people have said Diego Carlos is were prone to a mistake or two. I don't think he's that bad. He's very highly rated at Sevilla, and I think he could do a fantastic job for us, given who we've got at the minute. Now, Samuel Umtiti has been mentioned very, very much as a player who could be available. However, Barcelona have confirmed that his new contract talks have started there. So I don't know whether they're going to let him out on loan for 6 months or what, I don't know. But that deal seems dead in the water as well. But I would definitely keep an eye on Butman and Carlos. They are the 2 we want. They are the 2 that are still going on. You know, Lille can come back and forwards all they want. I think Newcastle United will push the price down again. Diego Carlos seems to be good negotiations going on with Sevilla. That one could be a go-ahead as well. As for the midfield, we don't know. We know we're linked with quite a few players at the minute. Aaron Ramsey is the one that I think could possibly be done once he comes out of COVID isolation. Cantwell seems to, grow, and then it's on the back burner again, so I'm not sure with that. And, we've got an option for the midfielder at Leipzig. There's many, many players at the minute that are cast over Newcastle United. Ekitike is another one, the striker. The negotiations are going well for him as well. So you never know. This could be a very, very busy week for Newcastle after the Watford game. But hey-ho, we'll see what happens. And also, just before I end this show, do give our sponsors a look at Geordie Riffs, which is a guitar repair and lesson shop based in the Northeast. They are offering the Toon Review customers some fantastic offers. 10% off a first guitar setup or repair, and also your first lesson free with them. The link to them is down in the description for their website. You can also catch them on Facebook and Twitter as well. So give them a look. Brilliant sponsors of the channel. Fantastic little company as well. So go and give them a check out. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, please do hit the like button for me. And if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, do hit the subscribe button. We are on the way to 8,000. It'll be tremendous if we hit that soon as well. So thank you very much for all your support in that. But in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Take care.